64 in Indy's 38-24 win, the Colts now move to 6-1 on the season. No one seems to be able to stop the Colts offense. They've scored 232 points this season, their most through 7 games since the 1964 when the team played in Baltimore. Sunday was the Colts' 3rd straight game with at least 30 points, their longest streak since 2021. It feels like this Colts team, I'm not going to lie, has been flying under the radar. Like, we know that they've been winning games. However, I don't feel like a lot of people have been watching the Colts play in full on Sundays. Cam, I'll start with you. Are we looking at a Super Bowl contender in Indianapolis?
The Indianapolis Colts is only going to go as far as their quarterback Daniel Jones takes them. Now, the Indianapolis Colts has 22 touchdowns this year. Behind who? Who's number one? Might you ask? Chris Lorenzo and Damian DeCarr? The Detroit Lions. But needless to say, this ain't that type of discussion point. The point is this. When you think about the Indianapolis Colts and what they've been able to do, they're top 5 or really top 10 in all these categories. Total offense, they're 4th. Passing, they're 5th. Rushing, they're 6th. Scoring, they're 1st. And red zone, they're top 10 as well. When you're asked to really analyze the Indianapolis Colts, they've been able to do it on all phases, and they've been playing complementary football all year. And I will say this again, the Indianapolis Colts are going to go as far as their quarterback Daniel Jones takes them. Have they been flying under the radar? Absolutely. But now when they start to have flex games and it's now time for the whole world to see how they've been winning and when they're winning and how we're going to see firsthand if they're the real deal or not, and sooner or later.
The Indianapolis Colts are definitely a Super Bowl contender. They are a Super Bowl contender, make no mistake about it. Let's just be honest. Everyone has just been hesitant to really jump on this bandwagon because of the quarterback, because of Daniel Jones.
Yep.
Everybody's vision is Daniel Jones from the Giants. That's what it is. Yeah. But if you think about this Colts team, think about this. They've had this personnel. They just now inserted a quarterback who, oh, by the way, was in a training camp battle with Anthony Richardson. Won the battle, and now with all these weapons and this offensive line behind him, playing the best football he has ever played. And I waited until after this Chargers game. I said last week, I need to see them go out to Los Angeles and give them a better judgment call. Because the Chargers are a good team, and they have a good defense. But let me tell you something. That game wasn't even close.
No.
They destroyed the Chargers on their home turf with a good defense. And you know why? What makes them so tough? They got the best running back in football in Jonathan Taylor. They got an elite offensive line. Okay, they got a tight end. That's going to be a Pro Bowl tight end in Tyler Warren. And then they got all these wide receivers that are really damn good. They may not be what we've been talking about on the show, like the CeeDee Lambs and all that, but they're really damn good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we don't talk enough about the Indianapolis Colts on the defensive side of the ball. The difference that Lou Anarumo has made. Maybe one of the most important offseason acquisitions that are out there this year. It's a top 10 scoring defense. They're top 5 in takeaways. Yesterday, you had a thick man pick. That type of stuff matters. Nick Cross got a pick in the end zone. Those types of plays absolutely matter. So the improvements on that side of the ball shouldn't be understated. But to me, it's about the quarterback and not being in harm's way. Daniel Jones has had 230 dropbacks. He's only been sacked 6 times. That's because you have the leading rusher in the NFL. You have a rock-solid offensive line that's playing as good as anybody. And he's been democratic in terms of spreading the football around. Coming into Week 7, the Colts were the only team to have 4 receivers that had 20 catches or more and a touchdown or more. The only team in the NFL. Shane Steichen has done a great job at being able to tailor this offense to Daniel Jones' strength while mitigating his deficiencies. And you guys tell me this. When's the last time you've seen a Jim Harbaugh coach team get out physical? Well, I saw it yesterday on that field in SoFi Stadium. They whooped the LA Chargers from pillar to post. The Indianapolis Colts are for real. And for everybody doubting them, you need to chill out.
Yeah, best 7-game start for them since 2009, and you know what?
But I need to see, these Colts have been playing good, but I need to see them on the road against the Chargers. Fellas, I got to tell you, this Indianapolis Colts team, they're a Super Bowl contender.
Yes.
I don't know if people are paying attention to what Indiana Jones and Jonathan Taylor and those guys are doing out there. That offense was like the greatest show on turf. Like some of the numbers, they are putting like video game numbers out there with the Colts right now. Their defense is playing fantastic. They got a bunch of players on both sides of the ball. This Indianapolis Colts team, they are for real, folks. Take them very seriously.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said it yesterday on Sunday Countdown. This is the best
Everyone
offense
yelled
in
at you,
football.
and now you look right.
Listen, you just look at the numbers, and this is 7 weeks now, and I agree with you going into LA. This is a good defense that they went against yesterday and ran through. I mean, it wasn't even close.
This game wasn't close.
And when you do look at the numbers offensively, like, points per game, points per drive, percentage of punts, like they're in rare air with some of the best offenses of recent history. And again, like they got a bunch of guys that contribute. Shane Steichen deserves a ton of credit.
No, he absolutely does. Remember, look, Daniel Jones came in there to compete for the quarterback job.
All right. Think about that.
How's he look now? Like, oh my goodness. And quite honestly, they don't have like Jonathan Taylor, clearly all-pro running back, right? Killing offensive line, Quentin Nelson and company, really doing a great job. But they have guys that might not be great individually, but collectively downs.
Yeah,
when you got Pittman,
the tight end,
the tight end, Pro Bowl tight end, by the way, also. But literally, they're loaded. Pierce, all these guys make plays, and Daniel Jones just gets back, goes, I'm going to deal. You get open, I'm going to deal it.
Right.
He looks, and by the way, we forget how good an athlete Daniel Jones is.
The resurrection of Daniel Jones is at this point one of the great stories in the NFL that is similar to what we're seeing with Baker Mayfield, that is similar to what we're seeing with Sam Darnold. This is a continuation of that story. Give all the credit in the world to Shane Steichen for what they are doing. And they had a good day yesterday because Jacksonville gets blown out in London. So suddenly they get a little separation in the division. The Colts look like they are legit.
And with this team, it's the same team that their general manager, Chris Ballard, built, with the exception of one guy, really. Quarterback. And it just goes to show, we know it, but that is the ultimate example of how one quarterback can change the complexion and outlook for everything on a team and an organization. By the way, we see it in New York with the Giants, with Jackson Dort did, right? It's the same kind of thing.
I love it. There were no flashy moves this offseason by this team, right? They didn't make any big trades. They go get Daniel Jones. He's competing for the job. Nobody else. I mean, they draft the tight end. But hats off to this organization, everybody involved, Chris Ballard, Shane Steichen, some patience, right? Trusting the process. I mean, these were guys that, like, listen, there was talk at the end of last year. Should they keep them? Should they not?
Right.
Obviously paying dividends. We don't often see it in the NFL.
Right.
Patience.
So those are two teams at the top of the AFC. We look at Kansas City. We look at Indianapolis. We go to Rex for his Sunday statement. How about from the NFC?
I think the Rams might be the best team in the NFC. And right now, this Matthew Stafford is absolutely dealing.